In this video, I will guide you to migrate Coolify to a new server. First, I will explain how this entire process works, and then I will show you to migrate Coolify. This is your server, which have Coolify installed. And you have a new server, which doesn't have Coolify. To migrate Coolify to the new server, we have to create a Coolify database backup first. Then we will use this backup to restore the database on new server. The database is encrypted using a special key called app key. Without this key, we cannot decrypt the database. Then we need SSH, an authorized keys file. These allows Coolify to access all the servers you have connected to Coolify. So we have to transfer all these to the new server to make Coolify work without any issues. Coolify documentation have detailed guide to do the migration, but we have created a migration script which automates a lot of the steps. Our migration script will transfer all the required files like the database backup to the new server. The script will install Coolify on the new server, then adds the SSH keys to the correct location. After that, it will update the authorized keys file on the new server, then performs Coolify database restoration. Then it will update the Coolify environment values file with the app key from the old server. Finally, it will run the Coolify install script to make Coolify decrypt the database with the app key. Keep in mind that this migration script only migrates Coolify, so all of your Coolify dashboard and application configurations will be restored, but your application's data won't be migrated. To migrate your application data, you have to follow a different guide. We have a video about it on our channel, and I will give a link to that video in the description of this video. We need to take a backup of the Coolify database to perform the migration, so there are 3 ways to perform a backup. First way is to trigger a backup from Coolify dashboard. Log in to your Coolify dashboard and go to Settings page, then click on Backups. If this is your first time visiting this page, then it will show a button called Enable Backup. Clicking on it will show you this page. Here, click this Backup Now button and scroll down till you see this execution section. Here you can see the location where Coolify stored the backup. Copy this location path and save it somewhere safe, because we will need this for the migration script. Second way of performing backup is to use an S3 storage. So if you have enabled automatic backups and connected an S3 bucket, then you will have the backup stored on your bucket, so you have to download that backup to the server. Third way of performing a backup is to manually run the pgdump command. This is helpful if your Coolify is broken and you don't have any backups on your S3 bucket. I have written a guide for this and given link to this website in the video description, so you can follow along with me. First, you have to run the docker status command to check if the Coolify database container is running. If it is not running, then you can start it by running the docker start command. Once you see the database container running, run the pgdump command on your server. This command will perform a backup of the Coolify database and store it in the directory where you are running this command. So if I run ls, we can see the backup file. So if I run pwd, we can see the path of this backup file. Now we have the backup file of Coolify database, so we can set up the migration script. Run this command to create the script and make it executable. Then open the script using any text editor. In this case, I am using Nano. Copy and paste the script from the website. At the top of the script, you have to change few values. Here you have to enter the IP address, username, and SSH port number of the new server. Then you have to enter the path of authorized keys file of the new server. Here you have to enter the path of SSH key on this server. So the script will use this SSH key with these server details to access the server. Then you have to enter the path of authorized keys file of this server. So the migration script will copy all public SSH keys from this authorized keys file and append it to the new server's authorized keys. The last value is the full path of the Coolify backup file. We don't have to change any other values, so we can now save this script and run it by entering a /, then the name of the script, which is migration.sh for me. Now the migration script will do the migrations and shows what it's doing like this. Once the migration is completed, it will show a message like migration completed successfully. So until then, we have to wait for the script to do the migration process. This might take up to 3 minutes, but it depends on your server. I am not going to speed up this video so you can see how long it took for me. Now the migration is completed, so now we have to visit the IP address of our new server on the browser with port 8000 at the end of the URL. And it will show Coolify login page, so you can use your login details and use Coolify as usual. Make sure to open port 8000 on your firewall, otherwise you won't be able to access the login page. Also make sure to change your DNS record to point to this server IP to use Coolify dashboard on your own domain. That's it for this video. It took me 3 weeks to create this video because I had to do a lot of research and test a lot of things to make the migration script. So, if you found this video helpful, then support us by leaving a nice comment below this video, or you can donate to help us financially. You can find links to it in this video description.